Reaction episode. Give me a like, give me a sub, and make sure to spread the word about the channel to your loved ones and to your friends. That's always the episode. We will always return to more characters, so make sure to stay tuned.
修行の成果を見せる時です。The city isn't just a crisp mythology, it's a vision, it's a story. Like we said, discover it's not having the surface that you discover yourself.
That's a race, nigga, we can break down. Straight from the top, it's a team thing. So I told her I don't want to hear it in the team game. I ain't got the time for a vibe in the feelings. Got it on the floor, now we going in the sun. Yellow take flow, ain't like you ain't all got my dome on door, now I'm about to go a million. This kind of money gotta bring some trouble. Refocus mind, get your face cut. Champagne gold in the road, let's go. Got the wrist of a guy, nigga, lift me up. Get the head out of this, tell it pick me up. First class in the class, gotta beat me down. Take all the pills, got drink in my cup, and I sip it all in with my pinky side. It's time, nigga, I'm getting
Esteve super bien, tinha personagens que eu estava aqui, e eu estava com isso justamente não consegui ter nada definitivamente da gente. It's also in Japanese and maybe some movies are in motion. Beautiful. When the movie finally gets to us here to produce the English language version, we actually get a full film. We get a full completed film, the Japanese film, and then we kind of analyze it to see what we want to do to make the English version. Whether the English version is going to be exactly like the Japanese version, or whether it's going to be very, in this case, the decision was made to keep it very similar to the Japanese movie. We translated broad dialogue heavy. Naruto, of course, being the star, has a lot of lines. And then you have Princess Koyoshi has a lot of lines as well. So there is kind of dialogue heavy. A lot of characters also bringing them in. So it does take a lot of time to record.
You know where you got your taste in men's soccer? Let's do some again. I'm sorry, what was the question?
A voiceover session for Naruto.
Soccer like come again?
Comprised of usually an actor, a director, and an engineer. And it's that simple. Sometimes we have the producers, which is great. A lot of the times we don't. The actor hasn't read the script. So they come in the booth and they're just sort of the sponge. Right? We stand in front of the television set. I'm there as a director, and it's my job to make sure that we stay on point, on target in terms of the story.
You bet we are. You're looking at the next Hokage, a super ninja, pal. Oh, yeah. Naruto Uzumaki, live and in the fly.
Good. Let's see if I get through things, pal. Just needs to be a bit more, even grandstanded, even more. We'll even do some 42. We'll see what happens. We preview. And
My girls.
take a look at what we're about to do. Why don't we preview 145 again, and then also a preview for 146 and 7. Just the next whole line is M&S. We can capture those.
Yay. I like that idea. Is this special like anyone I guess, huh?
It is mentioned. Forget about it. What's collecting the dust?
You're useless.
Children.
Okay. Having the reference of the original Japanese actors, even if you understand exactly what they're saying, it kind of helps you keep on course. Sure. Oh, it's like
In this case, it's the opposite. You're being hired to replace something that already exists. So you have to fit your gang into whatever mold, whatever shape is already. Settle this fight doing that. Fight. Intention,
So the shotting gun, even though they got nerfed, I'm testing the shotting gun and see what happens.
speaking in just a few flags. You've got to fit your mind into this flag.
Because since if I run the shotting gun, I can probably get the.
The other thing is, if you
Forgot to count the Tomoe.
page might be the yellow, but the character has a very complex that you can't get. They walk in and
Yeah, stretch the timing. Look out! Okay, good. That's nothing beautiful. So how about let's do that. Call that emotional level. Miley as a voice sounds like anyone else. Perfect for this role. She is. I mean, she's got that goofy, crazy side, but also that very serious side.
Sharingan.
I think in the movie we tend to tap more into the crazy side. What's amazing about her is that she can turn that on and go right into this dark face. All the things that Naruto thinks.
No one ever cared about me before. And I just tried to blow it off, you know? But it was still pretty rough. I used to think there was no place in this world for me. Because it's so dramatic, you might be saying to somebody, I will kill you. Some days, if it's a really dark episode, you're in a little dark room, kind of attacking someone and trying to kill them for 2 hours, and then I walk out and say, oh, I'm a little melancholy. Oh, man, that movie was so cool. I don't think I've ever been so lonely.
Alright, moving on. Naruto and on Happy Juice.
Right. She has just the pure energy of the character. Not to mention she has just this incredibly unique voice, as does the Naruto in the Japanese series. Although the voices are not identical, there's similarities in their performances that make it a really nice transition from the Japanese to the
Don't you worry, Princess Gale. I can protect you. What's funny about creating the character of Naruto is that in this case, he's so multidimensional, and there's so many different scenes and scenarios, and he goes through so many different stages and experiences. It's kind of a constant battle of emotions for him, which is really, it's really interesting to play. Because he's never on one level. He's always multidimensional, which isn't that normal for a lot of animation.
His armor has been fractured. The rest is up to you. Naruto!
Sasuke!
Gary Lowenthal is one of the great actors that I've had the great privilege to work with. He takes direction.
So I'm gonna use healing, and I'm gonna use what should I use for this? I have an idea. I'll use the Burn Clone Jutsu, and then I'll use the Phoenix Flower Jutsu with Inferno Style Flanking Sword. For the weapon, I'll be using the...
It's great.
Do you think this will take away from the mystery for all the kids?
Yes, I think I will.
Don't you think they expect me to be in here, dressed as
I'll use the Demon Wind Shuriken that I just got.
This show is a dream come true. I still have all my How to Be Ninja books that I bought when I was, younger. And embarrassingly enough, not that much younger. But I still have all those books. And I just, I thought, if I get into these books, and I read them, and I study, and I, go to martial arts stores and buy, padded nunchucks and shuriken and things like that, then I too could, follow the arguments. I found that having since then studied a lot of different martial arts, none of which were ninjutsu,
You can't learn that in a book. There's even a theory that ninjutsu doesn't even exist. I think that's, of course, ninjutsu's way of covering itself. But yeah, let's bring them here together. Play.
Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Okay, let's go.
You want to aim for that bridge?
Right.
What style? Flopping Buddha
Nice.
Jutsu.
Nice.
And then she does the Sakura Blizzard Jutsu. Could that be a Sakura Butterfinger Blizzard Jutsu? Because those are my favorite.
Yuri's voice, like, completely jumped out at us. Doing the auditions for Sasuke. When I got his audition, a lot of the actors, they slip their names in other auditions, so they slated his name in Japanese. People in the Naruto team were like, wow. And he just totally gets Sasuke.
Science barrage! She's so sweet. Alright, so it goes a little something like this. Fire style, Phoenix Flower Jutsu!
Damn! That's the ability that I just used.
Naruto! Water style, Water Dragon Jutsu!
That's what I like about Kakashi.
I say.
He uses the shoot. The Kisame's ability.
He just has his gosh, it's just kind of, it's not like faced by anything. It's sarcasm that kind of comes from Kakashi. It really is a character.
Even without ninjutsu and genjutsu, a ninja always has taijutsu. You rely too much on this arm.
Revenge, baby. Somebody gotta keep somebody from you.
It's different sides of the conversation. It's fun. I could it's like two beats people talking to me. So, I'm not this some sort of unofficial internet trends inside New York I want a piece of that. Yeah. Okay.
It's she has to go through so much and really tired of life. She's really hurt by some things that have happened in the past. So, just kind of trying to make her likable. It's kind of challenging, but also it's what people are interested These things were fun. She's got all of this to and it's far. 20 degrees left in 5 seconds, 30 meters out. You want to aim for the front. Your life is a very interesting process, and at the same time, I don't exactly know how I would describe it.
Don't worry, I took care of it.
Huh? She's like, damn, I should have gotten an autograph, and Sasuke says, great. Oh, okay, yes.
Don't worry, I took care of it.
You're all just dying. body. The God. Running, God, body. So that's why it can be very challenging because it's awesome.
Demon Wind Shuriken, Wheelmill of Shadows.
What's amazing about Lex is that he's got a set of pipes like Orson Welles. He can do just about anything, it seems like to me. He can do all the high, crazy, silly stuff, you know, giant trains, and then he can do these very subtle, intense performances.
This isn't the game. You think I don't know this is a fake?
From that standpoint, playing a bad character is almost a media character. They use
Gosh. So,
it's a lot more fun because people do things often in real life and be able to
What is this?
That was great. Really louder.
That's insane.
The level is this.
Try and take back your power. They can't.
just enough information to get you into, you know, what's going on.
A little more of yourself.
And sometimes that, a lot of the time, that actually do that is
Damn, she's something to kill, dude.
I do too. We're gonna keep that as the main, but just in case they.
Yeah. But bitter, okay?
Smooth but bitter, right. I see it as a very intimate thing because it's usually just me, the actor, and we're in our own dark little world, and we get to create this.
Whatever. It was just a movie. One more. We are in a room by yourself reacting to voices of other actors who aren't there. Sometimes it can be a lonely business. And to have people in the room, to have the producers, to have Mary Elizabeth, to have, you know, our engineer, and people providing feedback and giving that general sort of team atmosphere has been terrific. What a dragon, everybody. It's like a water wooden dragon.
So crazy.
Like half Harry Carey, half Bill Cosby. There's definitely a friendship between us. We have a lot of fun. We're interested at the same time, and even one of the reasons the show is so well done is it's about a lot of different characters working together. And actually, even the theme of teamwork comes up in many episodes and comes up in the movie. And it's fantastic that it can be reflected in the production as well. It's all very much and want to make this the best as they can possibly be, but we're also very invested in the characters. Just this was life here in the States.
You know, nice to meet you. I was so happy to
Wow. This is it. This is Naruto.
If I talk like Naruto all the time, this would be an institution. I think all of our actors are hysterical.
Our egos have driven us into a small booth behind the microphone.
his job is.
And yeah, that
It's a great way to make money. Meets with partners. Am I going to think of it?
Multi-cynical juice.
taking that Japanese health and basically adapting it
Ah.
to our English speaking. It's a pretty tricky process. It's impressive to see how it goes from what it originally was to what it is for, say, an English speaking audience. This media acquires the Naruto films. We, of course, receive films that are completed. They're in Japanese. So what we have to do is then start the process of localizing or reversion the Japanese content for an American audience.
Takes about 6 months from receiving
Let me see all this stuff with the builds. I don't have a build for the
release the movie in
defense
English
starter.
in the United
All these
States.
have a
So from
tab.
Japanese, we translate into English. That is our direct translation script, as we call it, or DT script. Then what we have to do is begin the adaptation process.
Script adaptation is a step in the process that gets so overlooked.
Script translation doesn't necessarily work, but you can't stray from that either. It's really a tough. It's really craftsmanship.
It's really exciting to see what the changes are and what we need to do to make it work, and also to stay true to the original. We have bilingual people at Viz as part of our production team. They carefully review the direct translation to make sure that it's accurate.
I'll usually watch the content in Japanese while reading the script in English and making little adjustments to make sure it's consistent to story.
Let's see. I need the Uchiha Shuriken Jutsu Rainstorm.
Sometimes that can be difficult.
Some things just can't be translated.
And then I can use
Through our
the
studio
Shoto
in Los Angeles,
Jutsu.
we hire
And then I can
one of our
use
top
Sakura's.
writers
Is it Sakura or
to
Stardust?
English
What's that?
You have a translation, and it tells you basically what's going on. Some are better than others, but it'll
And
tell
then I can give her the Radiant
exactly what it
Rebirth.
is and what the
Oh,
translation
that's a good ring that
spice of the translation. Five of what's happening. You as I have to log the exact frame where a character starts to open their mouth, and then take the rough translated script from Japanese and make it into conversational English and fit the flaps. So I literally have to stare at the lines and shuttle things over. If I put fist here and sword, that doesn't work. And literally, I spend a long time with each line just trying to get variations and acting it out for every single line. I mean, my own sharp,
Liam's also very familiar with all the actors who are playing all the roles, so he knows the rhythm of all the different actors because the rhythm of every character is different.
Let her go, pal, just you and me!
It's going to be a little punchier, a little brassier. Sakura's a little more gentle, and Shikamaru has got a very draggy, lazy style. It's just each character has their own thing.
I hope you know what you're getting into.
Oh, I can handle it. Come on.
Something like Kakuro is kind of like really slow, so you can get fewer syllables into a line.
Sacred Latin Fire Maiden 2. Gotcha.
So, if there are 4 flaps, he's not going, I'm thinking about where next. That's probably not going to work.
Really? Once the script has been approved, then it moves on to the next step, which is the acting, the voice actors. This is going to be good.
Okay, that's
Well, it looks like we've bagged our animal. Giving you great stuff here.
Are you ready to talk yet, or what?
that sounds really weird.
When I hear a voice that really personifies a character, I know it. And luckily for me, they thought that I did the right job with Naruto's voice.
Are you serious?
And then, of course, once I started doing it, I heard Japanese actress's voice all the time, and she's great. I love her voice. Actoring. I'm actoring. The Emmy goes to me, Florian. for Naruto.
I guess it must be shocking the first time you see her. I mean, here's this petite Irish woman who's like, hey, how are you? You know, I mean, that was she talks like. And some things. No one else has a voice like her.
What is all this?
She is Naruto.
You jerk! Put me down right now!
It's early in the morning. Kate's been doing the voice since Naruto first started. We heard that voice in the original, like, wow, this really hits the character. Quit your complaining, will ya? A mission's a mission. Besides, the hard part's over. Now we just have to work onto his own. Hey, I get to talk some more. Tom is great, and Shikamaru
My voice about Gara is finding conscience. Oh man, you know about this? Oh, he's Master Hido. So, gee, I'm very disappointed. The kindness and gentility of Hido, the intentions behind it, and it's like the contrast is amazing. Now the entire world will fall to its knees before me. Stop me.
Akiko, yes, he is the leader of this character. He starts as sort of a very comedic character.
I'm an old man. I just had a little Catherine Hepburn in there. Keep her ass and then they age him up. I told you to deliver him to the next village. Oh, no, goodness, you have. Funny.
That one thing about the plus and minus of that is that you have to go into this everything a pre-existing picture into English.
It's all about time you tell something. Again, it's about trying to pause about something. Anime dubbing is actually not hard though.
Probably learning how to do a lip class and get the emotion in their lips, making the proper movement. Every time the drop, you know, the session much slower than we know it's like being session.
It's on tight cuts. It's out. Step into that session. It's the first time you're setting.
Yeah.
Voiceover, you don't have to. It helps if you're able to voice watch it.
Got one eye looking at the screen, and one eye looking at the thing. So I knew that it's split it.
I took it. 6 days as high as it'll go. I'm just barely screens.
Calling money on the unparalleled Shinobi.
Master Hido? Hido! So, who is this Master Hido guy?
I like to think of myself as a fairly intelligent person, but they throw these names at you that it literally can take you 7 or 8 takes just to try to pronounce them. It's crazy.
That's his name, Dave. His name is Chimuchi.
I feel like you call everyone Conrad from here on out.
Oh, that'd be easier than all the Japanese names.
When I first started working, I did the major no-no, which was to refer to as an hotel. Which I was very points that way. Need to learn, so Oh, yes. Yes.
I, for one, apologize in advance for any really terrible Japanese butchery that I may do in my pronunciation. And is it Jalel? Gallo.
Do you think you could tell us where the mines of Gallo are located?
What is the stone of Chippewa?
Gallo.
Jello?
Jello.
Stone of Gallo. Gallo.
What is the stone of Jello?
Hmm.
Sometimes you just want to.
Quiet exhale as she peers over the tree branch. Everybody in anime reacts to everything. There's a lot of reacting. Shit.
If you do different vowel sounds, sure, if you go, you got 3 great things, and you've just done 80 of them.
What? And that's about it. Then you go home.
There you go. You receive thousands of dollars in the mail for this.
What is? If you want to go up with it, sorry. There's actually the running gag in this business of, can you give me give me the anime reaction 101, which is.
Have any of the other anchors talked about the 102? Which can be used as an all-purpose sound. It can be used for like a quiet surprise gasp, or it can be used for terror, or it can be used for, I don't know, like exerting.
Disco Inferno. And for some reason, you can't seem to move in anime without having some sort of physical noise that comes with it. For instance,
And there's a little, on the script, there's a little symbol for all that. Closed mouth, CM reacts, REAX. Open mouth, OM. It's almost comical because we'll just see line. It says reacts.
huh?
Wait, that was too big. You're able to convey so much with a.
Fight reactions, especially on an action show like that, you can't get too physical in the booth because the mic will pick up the noise of you shuffling around, the sound of your clothes and everything.
I just had a bud. Sorry.
You just have to add the some sort of and stuff.
If you imagine, standing in your room and screaming at the top of your lungs, your voice is going to be a little shaky, to say the least. That's it.
It's important to listen to the voice as it was originally recorded. I think it can reflect a lot more of what you do in the interpretation. Ooh, that's fast. Okay.
So watch it in Japanese once, or however many times you need to see it. But so you'll get 3 beats. Beep, 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 and then it's just going to go on the 4th beat.
So it's the 4th imaginary beat, right? Oh, I thought it was I kept going on the 5th one. I can't believe this is my first time doing this. You guys are so cool that you do this.
If it's a short enough line, I'll do it from memory.
I'll get my 3 beats, and when it's my time to record, I'll do it to the picture. If it's a paragraph, obviously you can't memorize that right away.
Tie out, fade away. Hearing all that, my resolve is stronger than ever before. Nothing.
I'm so sorry.
That's great. That's slide.
Really?
Yes. First lines. First bits.
I have no idea what I'm doing in here.
Line. Sorry. Yeah, line.
That's why they have computers and good engineers that cut things and can slide it. So if you were too late coming in after the hitch, they can move it back 6 frames, 8 frames. So they can fix a lot of things on the other side of the line.
Can we do that, Dave? Ladies and gentlemen, David Barr. The engineers are the most important, I think, because they can make a borderline tape sound brilliant. And so I pretty much owe my career to engineering. There's plenty of outtake blackmail footage out there that the engineers have hard drives full of to, point black at us. We've gotten it all before. Wiggle, wiggle, punch. Put the needle on the record.
And the drum beat goes like this.
A lot of fun stuff happens in the setting. You can really see the rapport between Mary Elizabeth and the actors. She's a really great voice talker, and she can pull these great performances out of the actors.
Well, we're lucky to have Mary Elizabeth doing the voice production of the television series Davis. She's not only president of the project, she's a great fan of Naruto. So she knows the character, she knows the history of the characters, she knows what the characters need to know. So, Naruto, do something.
He has a good story. We can tell us something.
Can you tell which happens to trap? Please. Tell them what happens, not traps.
She's the nicest people. They really are respectful and nice and dedicated and loyal. If anything, because the show is all about that, I think it attracts people who are like that too.
The audience of Naruto is so wide range from little kids to adults. It just runs the whole gamut, and that's fun. And they're very passionate fans, and
I think what's most fun about being a voice actor in any particular working on the Naruto series and the film is coming into contact face to face with the fans that are out there. They're probably some of the greatest fans on earth.
If I'm in a store and I see a kid and they have a Naruto headband on, I think to myself, should I tell them I play Naruto or not? And I don't know. I have a few times, but I don't know if it'd be weird. Hey, Naruto. For all fans that don't believe that a woman my age plays the part, guess what? It's me. Believe it.
The fans for Sakura are really great. Whenever I meet them, I'm always impressed with how unique they are as people, and they don't kind of just go with flow with the rest of people. They're individuals.
They follow the story so intensely, and they really know everything about it. In fact, they know a lot more than I do about the story, and they really stand behind the characters. And I guess that's good and bad, because if you play a good guy, they just stand behind you 100%. If you play a bad guy, they'll come up to you and like show you, see this picture I drew of your character?
You know, typical Sasuke fan is rapid, uh, intense, lovable at the same time. You know, all the good characteristics of him with fangirls. Having been, you know, admittedly still, you know, a fanboy myself, it's hard for me not to love all the fans. Um, Best fans of the world, I would say. You want to watch anime for free on your phone? Let me guide you step by step. This app allows you to watch over. How this go up? I think there's a lot of belief teaching, fighting for matters, never giving up in the context of a really exciting ninja, you know, battle side. Oh, yeah, that's right. That makes sense.
嘘つけ、劇場で再開。完全生産限定版が100ページ、豪華ブックレット付き。DVD 劇場。君がそうなんだ。君のことに約束した。それを性能で変えてやるぜ。そしてその口せやするとそのいけなかったです。
It's amazing. There's so much tension and the characters are so well developed. There's a lot of depth. They go on these really exciting missions.